What's good? It's your boy CJ Goodfellow. We back with the Boxing Clinic and more. Y'all know what it is. Shout out to all the brothers that jumped on the live scoring and live reaction. Um, we back. Errol Spence, he was asked by Radio Raheem once again, what about Canelo? And, he said free smoke. Tell Oscar to call Al Heyman, and we can make it happen. So, hypothetically, we can just, line it up. And a lot of people believe Canelo would just obliterate Errol Spence at 160 pounds. For one, I think Spence will take this fight just to the simple fact that he's looking for a big fight. And, you can't get, obviously Bud is tied up right now. And obviously, Keith Thurman don't want to fight him. Sean Porter don't want to fight him. Danny Garcia don't want to fight him. So it's a different scenario than Kell Brook. I think guys was willing to fight Kell Brook like Lamont and Jesse Vargas, but the money wasn't right. And, it's no more top 5 welterweights willing to fight Errol Spence. So, he possibly could jump up to weight classes. I don't think it's going to happen, but most people just think Canelo would be too much for him. I don't think so. Canelo's not a big guy. He does rehydrate a little bit higher. So that'd be an issue. But it'd be a war, Errol Spence, a lot of people believe what you see is what you get with Errol Spence. And, from what I'm hearing, that's not true. Errol Spence has some attributes that he has yet to unveil in the ring yet from, my people that see him spar. And, it'd be a dogfight. Obviously Canelo will probably be heavily favored. But Spence felt very confident about moving up and putting hands on him. And Canelo is a world-class boxer. At 160, he has good movement. His feet has improved. He got good defense. And, he's a very skillful individual, and he's hard to beat on the scorecards. Errol, we have yet to see the best of Errol. We possibly have seen the best of Canelo already, so it's very hard to judge. Canelo is a more proven commodity inside the ring and outside the ring popularity-wise. But I don't think Oscar will want to fight that. Will want that fight for Canelo unless he got options on Errol Spence, and probably a fight to build Errol Spence popularity before he even fights Canelo. So that'd be interesting. But how would it play out? It'd be Errol's jab is sharp. He's been training with Jamel Charlo, who's physically as big as Canelo. In between fights, if not bigger, but he still somehow manages to make 154. So he used to the movement and the jab. He's been training with Robert Brand, another big puncher, with Derek James, and he spars cruiser heavyweights and stuff of that nature. But it's different from when you in there with the 10-ounce gloves on and no headgear. We had to attack Canelo body early on. Errol obviously gets stronger as the fight goes on. Canelo get weaker. It'll be if Errol can take that fight into the later rounds. His jab is phenomenal. Canelo's jab is phenomenal as well. I don't know physically with the speed and how he would look at 160, but that'd be tough to call. But he does, have the versatility from what I'm hearing to box as well. I think it'll be difficult. It'll be difficult on Errol. I think he will have to work Canelo body early. He's physically strong. People forget Canelo, even though he was younger, about 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Somewhere in there, he's fight. I think he's fight at 140 or 135 versus Miguel Vasquez or something like that. So, he's not as physically dominant. He put on weight. He rehydrates, but that's not really, natural way for him. It gives him an advantage to absorb punches, but be a little bit heavier physically. So it'd be a difficult fight for me to call because I haven't seen Errol at 160, and I haven't seen Errol versus the level of competition that Canelo's have fought. But they say he's a beast. He could beat Canelo. It's very possible. He's a special individual. And a lot of people say, oh, he don't have this movement, he don't have that, because they don't know nothing about boxing, at all. And people talk about, oh, Lamont should have moved more. It's a reason why Lamont didn't move a lot more yesterday. Errol didn't allow him to move because Errol controlled the distance. Errol was sharp. Errol jab, froze Lamont. Errol stepping over and learning how to cut off the ring and close distance didn't allow Lamont to move. All those are tricks and factors that guys like Danny Garcia and the rest of the bunch, Errol Spence and Sean Porter, who smothers his work, don't have. And it'll be difficult for any guy at 147 to fight Errol Spence. I know Keith Thurman has 2 belts, and I love his style, but I think it's tailor-made for Errol. I think Terrence Crawford's style is tailor-made for Errol as well, to a certain extent, because he goes tit for tat. And if you let Errol, if you try to go in a firefight with Errol, the physically bigger guy, I think potentially he can hurt Terrence Crawford. But I got to see what Terrence Crawford look like. But Terrence Crawford is an amazing fighter as well. But Errol versus Canelo, I think it's a little bit far-fetched. And I know it's not going to happen, but it is what it is. We're going.